Dear students, in this video, I will be continuing Act 1, Scene 3. We had read when Antonio was accusing Shylock for quoting scriptures from Holy Book. He quoted Jacob's story to prove that his interest is good, that if he is charging interest, he is not wrong at that. He said that an evil man is putting forth holy arguments, and he says that he is like a villain with a smiling face and an apple, a goodly looking apple that is rotten from inside. And thus he concludes by saying that appearances are often deceptive. On hearing this, Shylock changes the topic totally. He says he comes back to the bond, and he comes back where he says that 3,000 ducats, it's a good round sum. So he is talking about whatever is being told to him earlier. So Bassanio had asked for 3,000 ducats. So he's saying that it's a big sum. 3 months from 12. So he's saying 3 months from 12 means there are you want this amount for 3 months. Then let me see the rate. So he seems to be calculating the rate of interest. Antonio: well, Shylock, we be beholding to you. He says that are you going to oblige us? Means are you going to help us? Then on this, Shylock says, Signor Antonio, many a time and oft in reality you have rated me. So he is trying to remind Antonio about all the abuses that have been done to him. So how all Antonio had abused Shylock at Rialto, and what for he has abused him. So he's trying to tell Antonio everything regarding that. He says that often you have abused me at Rialto about my monies and usances. So he's saying often you have abused me at Rialto about my money and money lending practices. So he says, still I have borne it with a patient shrug. He says, despite that, I have shrugged my shoulders and suffered it patiently. Means I had ignored whatever you had said to me, however you have treated me, I have just ignored, and I did not say anything. I patiently had borne whatever you had said me. This is what he's saying. He says, why did he say so? He has a reason for that too. He says, for sufferance is the badge of all our tribe. He says that patience is badge of all our tribe. Means we Jews, our tribe here is Jewish race. He says that Jews are known to suffer patiently. So he's saying that is why I have been hearing to whatever you have said very patiently without saying a word. You call me misbeliever, cutthroat dog. So he says that you called me a non-believer in God. You also called me a dog. You spit upon my Jewish gabardine. Says you spat upon my Jewish clothes. And for all use of that which is mine own. And he says, why did you abuse me? So the reason for abusing me was just because I was taking interest, just because of the money that belonged to me. So he's, according to Shylock, so if he takes interest, that is his business, and nobody can accuse him of that. So it is his so-called hard-earned money. So he said that you were all the time abusing me for the money that is mine own. Well then, it now appears you need my help. He says, now it seems that you need my help. Go then, you come to me and you say, Shylock, we would have monies. He says that, well, you come to me and say that, Shylock, we want money. You say so, you did void your rehem upon my beard. So you need to note down the meanings here. Rehem means you spat upon my beard. He says that you spat upon my beard and foot me as a spurn a stranger cur. And he says that you also kicked me like a dog. Foot me means kick me. Stranger cur means dog. Over a threshold. He says you kicked me as people kick a stray dog over their threshold, over the entrance of their house. So if you see a dog at the entrance of your house, you shoo them away or you kick them away, so that they do not enter your house. So the same treatment was done to Shylock also. He says that you kicked me like a stray dog at your threshold. Money is your suit. He says now you have come with the request of money. On the next page, he asked him a question now. What should I say to you? Should I say, hath a dog money? He says, how should I reply to you now? What should I say you? See, he says, should I ask you that has a dog any money? Is it possible a cur can lend 3,000 ducats? He says, I should ask you now that is it possible for a dog to lend 3,000 ducats? Or shall I bow low and in a bounceman key with bated breath and whispering humbleness say this? He says, or do you want me to say in a low voice? Bondsman key here means a voice of a slave. So saying, do you want me to bow low like a slave and with the humble whisper I should say you this? Fear sir, you spat on me Wednesday last. He says I should bow in front of you like a slave and very humbly I should ask you this, that last Wednesday you spat on me, you spurned me such a day that you pushed me another day, another time you called me a dog, and for all these courtesies I lend you thus monies. He says that now what do you want me to do now? He says because dog doesn't have money, how can a dog lend 3,000 ducats? He says what do you expect of me now? Do you want me to bend low like a slave in front of you and in a slow whispering voice, in a slow humble voice I should say this to you, that sir, you had, noble sir, last Wednesday you spat on me, on another day you pushed me out of the way, you also called me a dog, and for all these politeness and for all these courtesies I shall lend you money that you want. Says this is what you expect of me right now. On hearing to this, Antonio says, I am as like to call thee so again. So he says, I am likely to call you the same again. I am likely to call you dog again, to spit on thee again, to spurn thee too. So he says, I am going to call you a dog again. I am going to spit on you again. I am going to push you aside again. If thou wilt lend this money, lend it not as to thy friends. For when did friendship take a breed for barren metal of his friend? He says that if you lend me money, do not lend it like you lend to a friend, because he says when does friend lend money to a friend in order to make financial profit? So breed of barren metal here means interest. So he's saying when does in friendship you take interest? So he says in either ways you are not lending me money because you are considering me your friend. So he says when does friends take interest from each other? So he's saying lend me money, I will do the same, and my behavior towards you will be the same. I'll call you dog again, I'll spit on you again, I'll kick you again. But if you are going to lend me money, lend it not like you lend to your friends. He says otherwise also, when does in friendship you give money to your friend with the intention to earn profit? That is what he means when he says a breed of for a barren metal. This reference is also given at the side of your book. It means a product of sterlite metal. So see, when iron gets rusted, so the layer of rust that is formed on iron, it's a breed of for barren metal. Similarly, here, why is it called interest? Because when you lend money to somebody, you get some extra money for that. That is the interest. So that is the breed of that money that you had lended. So he's saying that lend me money not like you lend to your friends, because in friendship you never you never give money to your friend with the intention of getting profits, but lend it rather to thine enemy. He says that you should lend me money like you lend to your enemy, who if he break, thou mayest with better face exact the penalty. He says, if he fails to abide by your contact, if he fails to fulfill the contact that you'll be signing, you shall exact the penalty from me. So he says that you should not lend me. He says on whatever he has reminded him earlier, whatever abuses he said that is being done to Shylock by Antonio. And he says that now you expect me to be, thankful to you for all that, for thankful to you for calling me a dog or kicking me, or for all the courtesies. What do you expect of me? So Antonio says that I am going to call you same again. I'm going to call you a dog again. I'm going to spit on you again. I'm going to kick you again. So he's saying, if you're going to lend me money, do not lend me like a friend. He says otherwise also in friendship, you never lend money to your friend with the intention of earning profit. So with the otherwise also you don't lend money to your friend on interest. Saying if you're lending me money, lend it like you lend to your enemy. And in case I am not able to fulfill the contract, whatever is signed between both of them, you have a full right to exact the penalty from me. So this is what Antonio has said in this extract. On hearing to this, Shylock says, why look you how you storm? He says, now see at you, you have lost your temper. He says, why are you getting angry? I would be friends with you and have your love. He says, I just want to be a friend with you. I want to have your friendship and love. Forget the shames. He says that I want to forget everything that you have said to me. I'll forget all the shames and insults that you have stained me with. He says that all the shameful things that you have done to me, in whatever way you have disgraced me, I want to forget everything. Supply your present wants. And he says, I will supply you with your present wants. I will lend you 3,000 ducats and take no doit. Doit is a small amount. It is a small amount of money. So as you have paise in rupee, similarly you have doit in a ducat. So he's saying, I will not even take a small penny from you as interest. So supply your wants and take no doit of usance for my money. He says, usance means interest. He says, I am not going to take even a single penny or of interest on my money. He says, I will lend you money. I will supply your wants. I will lend you 3,000 ducats without taking any interest. And you will not hear me. This is kind I offer. He says, it is the kindness that I am offering to you. So it's a very kind offer that I am giving to you. So you should not be angry. So why are you losing your temper? So that is what he is telling him, that this is a very kind offer that I am giving you, because I am supplying you with all your wants. I am supplying you with 3,000 ducats without taking any interest. Bassanio, this were kindness. Bassanio is saying, this is indeed kindness. If you are lending us money without taking any interest, so then this is indeed a very kind deal. It's very generous of you. Shylock says, this kindness will I show. Go with me to a notary, seal me there your single bond. He says, I will show you this kindness. Let us go to the notary office. There you put your signature on the bond. And in a merry spot, she's saying that I'll make you sign just a merry spot. It's there's nothing serious in that. Just for a pleasant joke, I'll make you sign a bond, according to which If you repay me not on such a day, in such a place, such a sum or sums as are expressed in the condition, let the forfeit be nominated for an equal pound of your fair flesh to be cut off and taken in what part of your body pleaseth me. So what does he say here? He say here, I will show you more kindness. Let us go to the notary, and there you will put your signature on the bond, and it is just a merry spot, it is just a merry bond, according to which you will make an agreement that if you do not pay me back the sum, so if you not repay me on such a day, on says if you do not pay me back the sum, that is 3000 ducat, on the decided day, on such a day means on the decided day, as expressed in the condition means as expressed in the bond, let the forfeit be nominated for an equal pound of your fair flesh. He says, in that case, I will have the right to exact a pound of flesh from your body, from wherever he pleases, from any part of his body, from wherever he pleases. So what are the conditions of the bond? According to the merry bond, an agreement was made that if Antonio was not able to pay back the sum, that is 3000 ducats, on the fixed day in an agreed place. See, you need to note down what all points are mentioned here. According to the agreement, if he was not able to pay back the sum, that is 3000 ducats, one thing, if he was not able to pay back the sum on a fixed day, on a decided day, on a decided place, so he has the right, he will have a right to take a penalty of taking a pound of flesh to be cut off and taken away from whatever part of the body he pleases. So he has the right to cut a pound of flesh from Antonio's body from wherever he pleases. So any part of the body he is liable to cut a pound of flesh. So this is what the merry bond, the terms of so-called merry bond are. Antonio, content thy faith, I'll seal to such a bond and say there is much kindness in the Jew. He says that I certainly agree to this. I will sign the bond and say that the Jew is very kind. Bassanio, you shall not see to such a bond for me. I'll rather dwell in my necessity. So Bassanio could foresee the wrong intentions of Shylock. So he forbids Antonio from signing such a deed. So what does he say? He says that I will prefer to live in my necessity. I do not need 3000 ducats, but you should not sign the bond, such a bond for me. So this is what Bassanio says, that you will not sign such a bond for me. I would prefer to live with whatever I have. Antonio, why fear not, man? I shall not forfeit it. So Antonio is very confident. He's very confident that he'll be able to repay the money back. He says, why are you afraid? Why do you fear? I will not let the bond to be forfeited. Within these 2 months, that's a month before this bond expire, I do expect return of 3 times the value of this bond. He says that within the next 2 months, that is 1 month before the bond expires. So according to the bond, he should return the money in 3 months. He says 1 month prior to the expiry of bond, I will be able to return 9 times the value of the bond. It says thrice 3 times means 3 into 3 times the value of the bond. That means 9 times the value of the bond, 9 times 3000 ducats. He says, why are you afraid? Why are you worrying so much? So he says, I will not let the bond to be forfeited. And he says, I am expecting 9 times the value of the bond 2 months after this, means that is 1 month prior to the decided day. Shylock, oh Father Abraham, what these Christians are. So he is saying, oh my God, for Father Abraham is supposed to be God of Jews, no? So he's saying, oh my God, what these Christians are. He's saying what kind of people these Christians are. So he's trying to prove that he is very generous and very kind on giving them such an offer. He says what kind of people you are, what kind of Christians these people are. whose own hard dealing teaches them suspect. He says they are themselves hard at dealing with others, and that is why they're suspecting my thoughts. So he says that make them suspect the thoughts of others. He says they are themselves very hard in dealing with others, and that is why they suspect the intentions of others. Pray you, tell me this. He's saying, I request you, let me know one thing. If he should break his day, what should I gain? He says, in case, let us assume that Antonio is not able to pay back me the money and the bond is forfeited. So he's saying, what will I gain in that case? By the exaction of the forfeiture. He says, what will I do with the penalty? No, what will I do if I take a pound of flesh from Antonio's body? What will I do with that? A pound of man's flesh taken from man is not so estimable, profitable neither. He says that a pound of flesh from man's body is not valuable enough. So what will I do with that? See, that it's neither valuable nor profitable. So what will I do with a pound of flesh of a man? A flesh of mutton, beefs or goats. He says it is even not valuable even as the value of mutton, beef or lamb. So he's saying even the flesh of animals is expensive than the human flesh. So he's saying it's of no use to me. Why would I do that? Why would I exact a pound of flesh in case Antonio is not able to repay the money? So he's trying to say that whatever I'm doing, it's just out of kindness and generosity. So I have no wrong intentions. And what will I do in case Antonio is not able to pay back the money? What will I do with the pound of flesh of a human body? So it is neither valuable nor profitable, and it is even less than the value of the animal flesh. I say to buy his favor. He is saying that I am telling you again to gain his friendship. He says I am doing this favor on you because I extend this friendship. He says I want to be friends with you. That is why I am offering you such a kind offer. If he will take it, so; if not, adieu. He says it's all right. If he takes the offer, it's all right. If he does not take, adieu. Adieu means goodbye. If he says if you do not agree to the proposal, to the bond that I am telling you to sign, it's okay, then it's goodbye from my side. I am just giving you this favor because I want to be friends with you. So in case you are suspecting my intentions, so in that case, if you don't trust me, so in that case you can just not sign the bond, and in that case it's goodbye from my side. So on hearing to this, what he has one more line to say here. He says, for my love I pray you wrong me not. He says that for my love you should not consider me wrong in any term. He says that it's my love for you that I am offering you such a kind deal. So you should not consider me wrong anywhere. Antonio. Yes, Shylock, I will seal onto this bond. So when Shylock says that do not be unfair with me, it's all out of love that I am offering you such a kind deal. Antonio, on hearing that, says, all right, I will sign the bond. Shylock, then meet me forthwith at the notary's. So he says, then soon you should meet me at the notary office. Give him direction for this merry bond. He says you should give the notary officer all the directions that as they were discussed earlier about the merry bond. So what are the directions for the merry bond that were discussed earlier? That if Antonio was not able to pay back the money on decided day, decided time, then Shylock is liable to take a pound of flesh from Antonio's body, from any part of Antonio's body. So these are the directions of the merry bond that Shylock is telling Antonio to tell the notary officer. And I will go and purse the ducat straight. He says, I am going to my home and I will put in the ducats in my purse. I will get the money, and I am also reaching at notary. See to my house. He says, I am also want to see if my house is safe. Left in fearful guard. He says, because I have left it in hands of a careless servant, of an unthrifty knave. He says he is an spendthrift servant. He is a person on whom I cannot trust. So he wants to see that his house is safe because it's left under the charge of a fearful guard. So he says, I will put in ducats in my purse and I will see my house if it's safe, and presently I'll be with you. And he says, soon I will be with you at the notary office. So what does Shylock say to Antonio when he says that I will seal the bond? He says him that you should reach the notary, you should give directions to the notary officer regarding the merry bond. And he says, I'll go and put all the ducats, I'll get all the ducats, and I will also see if my house is safe because it's left under a fearful guard, under the charge of a fearful guard. And as soon as I'm done with all this, as soon as I've put the ducats in my purse and I have seen that my house is safe, I will be there at the notary office. Antonio, hi thee gentle Jew. So Antonio says, yes Shylock, all right, hurry up. He's telling and have a gentle Jew here is Shylock. The Hebrew will turn Christian, he grows kind. So here again, in this line, you could sense that there was a kind of religious discrimination done at those times. So Christians were thought to be very kind. So when Antonio sees that Shylock is turning out kind in offering him such a deal, so he says that this this Jew, that is Shylock, will soon turn into a Christian because he is growing kind. Bassanio, I like not fair terms in villain's mind. So he again suspects Shylock's intentions. He says that I do not trust his kind words because he has a villain's mind. So he is all the time suspecting intentions of Shylock. Antonio, come on, in this there can be no dismay. He says, come on, do not fear. So there can be no reason for fear. My ships come home a month before the day. So he is again very sure that his ships will come home a month before the decided day. With this, I end up with the video. In case you have any doubt, let me know. Thank you so much.